One of the biggest differences between pros and amateurs comes down to one moment, and that is ball first contact. So we're going to work on that today. All right, let's go ahead and break that down. Hit the tee in the water. Okay, by request from a couple of my other videos, what we're going to work on is going to be this ball first contact, hitting the shot pure. And we are going to break that down step by step for these different drills. Okay, in the previous video that I did, and you can check that out up in here, it was pure contact video. So we talked about having the bottom of the arc from behind the ball and moving it into the front side or the target side of the ball. All right, and so all I had you do on that previous video is to set up, and you're going to the backswing. Instead of trying to hit down on the ball, you simply take the arc that you use when you swing and you move it to the target side of the ball. And I wasn't really concerned too much on how you did that, as long as we are still falling into some proper body movements. But it comes down to ball first contact, right? So if I was to set up and I was to make a golf swing, I'm trying to hit the golf ball, then the ground. And that is one of our main goals, to hit pure shots and get out that compression into hitting that golf ball. So if we can hit ball then ground, then we're able to get a really nice strike, right? We're not getting the ground, slowing the club down, and then causing the club face to turn one way or the other. And, you know, especially when it starts getting a little bit wetter outside, you know, getting that grass or the mud between the ball and the club, right? So that's ball first contact. So one thing that I highly suggest, if you play off of mats or practice off of mats at all, is to get some sidewalk chalk. All right. Now, if you get it, now of course this one's all the way used, but hey, you know, I got a whole container sitting over there in my cabinet. But make sure you put it in like a little plastic sandwich baggie before you put it in your golf bag, because it will break up into itty bitty little pieces, and you'll have powder all over the place. So the thing about sidewalk chalk on mats is it goes away real easy. I've never had anybody complain about using it. So you can sit there and you can draw a line, right? One line kind of where your ball would go, and another one about 3 inches in front. The sidewalk chalk just works wonderful because it just goes away. So now I can set up onto that back line normal, and then when I swing, I have to try to avoid, so this is an avoidance drill, okay? I have to swing and I miss that back line and only hit the front line, right? And then when you swing, make sure you finish up. Don't keep looking down, because that's not an athletic swing. And then I look down there and yep, that's gone. And that's still there. So then I can set up again and again, trying to only hit the front line. Okay, again, look back down. I see this one and that one's starting to disappear. One more time, set up the back line, trying to hit the front line. Okay, and so that's another way of trying to work on getting that bottom of that swing past the golf ball by using an avoidance drill. Okay, there's another avoidance drill that you can use real easy. So here's another avoidance drill. On this one here, of course, I have just take your golf towel, put it down, and set up. That's where my golf ball would be. So again, it can set right on up, and then when you swing, right, miss the towel. If you can miss the towel, you're going to hit the ball first every time. Again, set up and miss the towel. You know, as long as you're brushing the ground, then you know you're hitting the ball, then the ground, you know, and you don't have that ground getting between your club and the ball. So there's another great drill for you to be able to avoid, you know, hitting the ground behind the ball. Now this one is a little harder. It's not like I'm going to use a ball right there because, you know, I am going to catch that towel a little bit. I'll put that out a little bit further up. Still set up. So I got about 1.5 inches behind that ball. Set up, and let's see if how that works, just avoiding the towel. There we go, right? Might have barely ticked it on the way down, but still, I didn't move the towel. You'll definitely be able to tell when you hit that towel first, that's for sure. Okay, so now on this drill, on this particular drill, I really like this one. So now we've done an avoidance drills. We'd have 2 of those. And now what I want to do is have something that I'm trying to do rather than trying to avoid doing. So to do that is I have some broken tees in here. So I'm going to take a broken tee and I'm going to put it about 5 inches in front of my golf ball. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to hit my golf ball and then make sure I hit this tee down the range. Okay, so I'm going to try to hit the ball, then the tee, and send the tee out into the water. All right, so let's go ahead and set this up. Okay, and now my goal here is when I swing is to be able to simply hit that tee. What do I need to do to hit that tee? Okay, so here we go. Try and hit the tee into the water. Okay, there it is. Hit about there, about 15 yards. Okay, so the tee is gone. Okay, by doing that, you are now able to feel what it needs to do to get more forward in the swing. So we'll do that again. We'll set up. There we go. I'm going to look at the tee. What do I have to do to hit that? And now I'm going to swing and hit the tee in the water. Okay, so it works very nice. Now instead of avoiding it, now I'm having a positive drill of trying to do something versus not doing something. So that's a really, really good drill as well, with instant feedback to help you make ball first contact. So what we need to understand here is if I was to stand straight up like this, and I have my weight centered, okay? And then I was simply to put weight on my back foot. So I'm going to keep my club, my arm, and everything here, right behind this ball, stand up, and I'm going to simply put weight on my back foot. What happened? Where's my club go? See how that's further back? Okay, now I'm going to get back to 50-50. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put weight on my front foot. Now notice I didn't lean forward, because now what happened to my club? Right, see how it got tilted? I simply shifted my weight to my front foot. Okay, or pressure, whatever you want. But if I could shift this way, I'm not moving my hand and my arm. I'm not moving the golf club. All I'm doing is shifting this weight forward. If I do that, now all of a sudden my club's here. Versus if I stay 50-50 or I fall backwards. And this is what we need to avoid right here. So I really hope this helps and helps you get that better contact to be able to go out onto the golf course and enjoy your round. All right, okay, hit them pure. Talk to you later. All right, thanks for watching. If this tip helped your game, give it a like and subscribe so you don't miss upcoming content. I've got plenty more on improving your swing, sharpening your short game, and lowering your scores with technique-specific content and live lesson videos. And if you want to keep learning right now, check out the video popping up here on the screen. It'll take your game to the next level. All right, see you in the next one.